So the time has come and you've decided you want to create your own clan. This video is going to go over some basic ideas and things that you should think about when you are creating your clan. Okay, so before you even start a clan, these are the things you should be asking yourself. The first one's a big one because if you haven't spent time in other types of clans with other people leading, you don't really get a real sense of how a clan should be run, maybe what you like and don't like. Before I actually ran my own clan, it had probably been about 2 years playing, jumping in and out of different types of clans, staying in at least two clans for more than 4 or 5 months to see how they ran things and just get an idea of how other players interact and stuff like that. So it's really important, in my opinion, that you should spend a lot of time in these other clans, build up your skills, and figure out the things you do and don't like about how clans are run so that you know how you want to do things. All right, the other thing is, how many people do you have to start with? When we first started playing, or we first made this clan, I had a few people that came with me from a previous clan. Jinx, who has a couple of accounts, Murdog, Kane, and a couple guys who have left over time came over initially, so we had the clan to start with, and we had a couple good players in it, so it wasn't just this empty clan. You really don't want to be like this guy. He's trying to start his own farming clan. It's empty. It's just him by himself. Or these guys down here, two guys, very low level, trying to start a clan. Offensive description, so they're going to have trouble gaining people no matter what they do. And so you want to make sure that if you are going to start a clan, there are people that you know, so they're your friends, or you're, a few of you from another clan that have decided to start your own clan, because nothing is harder than starting off and being a single player, hoping people come start a brand new clan with you. Next thing you want to do when you're starting a clan is determine what kind of clan you want to be. On clanconsultant.com, I have some more in-depth information on the differences between war, farming, trophy push, and feeder clans. But it's important to know who you are and who you want your clan to be when forming a clan. It helps you to grab the kind of players that you want. It gives you an identity, and you don't want to be like some of these clans that are on global that are just kind of randomly out there. They're just they don't know what they want to be yet, and so they're just feeling their way through. And so they have trouble drawing people because when maybe some better players are looking for a clan, they don't really know what they'd be getting themselves into if they went to that clan. And the last two kind of go hand in hand, rules and objectives. I mean, once you've identified the type of clan you want, it's a lot easier to lay out what kind of rules you want or what your objectives of your clan are going to be. Like ours, for example, we lay out here stuff about promotions and war. If you go out on global, almost everybody has some kind of a description of what they're looking for or what their clan's all about. And so it's important to have those kind of rules and have a real direction you want your clan to go in. Because if you don't have an objective, then the clan kind of gets stale, whether it's war or farming or trophy push or whatever. If a clan has an actual goal they can trying to reach as a unit, it makes it a lot easier to maintain people in the clan and keep those better players, because you're getting guys that understand what it is you're trying to achieve and they're buying into what it is you want to do. All right, so if you've gone through those questions and you feel comfortable with where you're at, it's time to start a clan. Personally, the badge to me doesn't matter a whole lot. It's just minor changes to it. You can do whatever you want. Clan name is important, in my opinion. You want to make sure you have a unique name. Not saying that the monarchy is the most unique name. If you search just monarchy, tons of different clans. And let's do a search for the monarchy to see what the difference is. However, the monarchy, there's only 5 of us. So it's not completely unique, but it's relatively unique. So if somebody was searching specifically for our clan, it would be pretty easy to find us without having to type out the entire tag number. So that helps. So if you're going to have a clan name, make sure it's as unique as you can make it. I highlighted a few descriptions a minute ago. I showed ours. This is the best place to put in what you're all about as a clan. This way that people that are just looking through clans see what you're looking for, and they have a better understanding of, what it is you're all about. And some people have some funny stuff in there, which is fine. It's good to have it about your personality of yourself as the leader or as the clan as a whole. Usually farming clans are a little bit looser, and ward clans and trophy push clans a little more direct in their clan description. So it's once you determine what kind of type of clan you want to be, that's when you determine what you really want to put in your description. Obviously, it's something that evolves over time. As far as these other settings, if you're a war clan, you probably don't want a public war log. One reason I say that is because I'm not a big fan of giving the ability for the opponent to see anything. And so if you have a public war log, they can see who your last opponent was, or they could see, what your percentage trends are as a clan, and they know, how stressful the clans or the war might actually be. So me personally, I'm not a fan of the public war log. I always set my clan type to invite only. Don't just leave it wide open, in my opinion, because once you start getting a lot of people, you get lots of people just jump in and out, and so it's hard to manage the clan at that point. It's good to know who you're bringing in. The trophy level is kind of negligible depending on how much recruiting you're trying to do and how much you want people requesting in. So you have to kind of manage that as the clan grows and you change your group. And war frequency obviously is based upon how often you think you're going to war. Just go through the various settings and set that how you see. And then for clan location, that's completely up to you. A lot of people put something, usually where the leader is from. Ours says international because I think it's important to have people from varying backgrounds in different areas, different time zones. It's important to have a dynamic clan that's not all stuck in a one time frame. We end up warring a bunch of people where they may start the war and then not actually show up until the last 12 hours. The war might be over by then. They didn't put any pressure on us because they're all in one time zone, and therefore they end up coming on and seeing that, okay, they've got to get 95% of all the stars on the board, and so they end up not showing up. So in my opinion, international is the best. But if you're looking for a specific time zone or a specific country or something like that, you can set it to that and just bring people in that meet what you're looking for. But these kind of things are the most important out of all these, I think, is the clan type. Like I said, set it to invite only, bring in the people you want to bring in, and then the other ones are just kind of let you set the information about the clan itself and how you want it to be. Okay, so the easy part was creating the clan. Now the hard part. How do you keep it running? How do you keep it successful? Here are the tips I have for that. You should have a preset plan of rules so that and all the players in the clan know what it takes to be part of this clan and how they stay in here, how they get promotions and things like that. So you need to make sure you have a pre-planned set of rules and make sure you're following them. Everyone should be following the same exact rules, even yourself. If you don't, and say you're in a war and you don't have very good war attacks, or you miss an attack during that war, if you're a war clan, you should at least have yourself sit out. I'm not saying you should demote yourself, but you should definitely hold yourself to the same standard and hold them out if that's what you're going to be doing to everybody else. So whatever your rules are, make sure you apply them across the board. Don't have a different standard for yourself or your friends. And the other aspect of this game is the hardest, which is recruiting. It never ends. Doesn't mean you have to be recruiting hard all the time, but you should be trying to pick up a player at least once or twice a week. Pick up a brand new player. Let elders recruit. Don't be the only one recruiting. You can kick people out all you want, but you shouldn't be the only one doing all the recruiting. It makes it very hard on the leader. It's very draining. Let your leaders and co-leaders and your elders do some of that recruiting for you. Let them manage some of those new members. And obviously, you have overrule authority on anybody they bring in anyway, so just don't put it all on your shoulders if you don't have to. It is the hardest part of the game, is finding the players that you're looking for. Don't be desperate. Don't be going on global and begging. There are tons of people on global. The most common thing you're going to see is people trying to recruit players, need players, join, any level that knows how to attack. Everybody is looking for an angle. So when you go on global, you got to compete with all of them. So don't be desperate. Everybody's going to look past you if you're desperate. Don't give away elder and co-leader. People do that all the time trying to bring people in, but then it makes it so that promotions and those, they don't matter. So if I'm coming to that clan, some people do it just for fun. They will join a clan that's giving away leadership roles, and they'll recruit a bunch of garbage. Or if they're co-leader, they'll start kicking people out just because they're bored. Make people earn it. If you do that, then players that come in will have more respect for the elders and co-leaders that are in there, because they know that it wasn't just given to them, that it had to be earned. And then the last thing, the most important thing, only promote players that you trust. Since we're a war clan, everything for me is based on war and your performance. If you show up, you follow the plans for 2-3 wars, you're going to get elder. Especially if you're a good attacker, you'll get elder quicker than some others maybe. However, to me, co-leader is completely different. That's a player that has shown that I can always trust in them to show up. I know that they are setting the same example that I try to set as far as helping players out, donations, consistency, things like that. So co-leader is the one you should be the most cautious with when giving to people, but try not to hold it too far or for too long, because if there are players that are deserving of it, the longer you hold it back from them, the sooner you could lose them to other clans or something else. So if there are players that are deserving, make sure you try to give it to them, but be very choosy. For me, at the very least, I will wait 4 to 6 months before I give it to somebody. And sometimes I lose track of the time frame that somebody's been here. So I may take a little bit longer to promote someone to co-leader than I maybe initially intend. But it is the one that when a new person comes in, they're expecting those people to guide them in the right ways of the clan. And so make sure you're choosing people that you trust. And those are the tips that I think should help you out the most when getting started and to maintain. Like I said, if you would like for me to come do an assessment on a clan that you've already got up and running, go to clanconsultant.com, submit your information, and I will come help you out. And good luck out there, especially recruiting. Hope you don't take any of the players I'm looking for. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. For more tips on running a clan, attacks, or other information, go to clanconsultant.com.